Coming to you live from downtown Pomona, California. It's me and Vanna presents the R&R Podcast, episode 18. Me and Mr. Robert Barksdale on my left, calling Mr. Google. What's happening?
I'm good, baby. Ready?
Good, we good. Thanksgiving, they good?
I ain't real good, man.
You
Shout out
too.
to T-Roy,
Oh yeah,
Reba. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
what they give you?
Some of everything.
Everything?
Yeah. You
Whole
know,
kitchen sink, huh?
chitlins, hog mugs, neck bones, some M&M's, some duck. Yeah, all that.
All that.
All that, homie. What about you? What'd you eat, dog?
Oh man, I had some turkey, man. I had some ham. I had greens. I had everything. You know what I'm saying?
You had all that traditional stuff. So you from a two-parent household.
Yeah. And then I had the, bought some dessert from Miss Ashley.
Okay.
Strawberry crunch cake. I ate the whole myself.
Did you?
Got a half a piece cobbler left.
Right,
I'm
that's
gonna
good.
finish that off by the end of the week with some ice cream up top.
Man, you said you're going to start getting in the gym this week. I see that's going to be next week.
I'm gonna push that to January.
I'm going to be in there tomorrow, dog. Where we going to start, man? College upsets, dog. Ohio State, Miami.
Yes, sir.
South Carolina over Clemson wasn't really an upset. But what about Ohio State, man? What you think about that game?
Defensive game,
Boring game.
boring game. In fact, Michigan had the ball 33 minutes.
That's all they did was run.
Time of possession, and
Yep.
Ohio State had it 26 minutes, and only really running back Mullins had 116 yards on a tug, and that was the most exciting thing in there.
Yeah, that game was horrible. Michigan, you see, they struggle. Even though they won, they struggle on offense. I think that's why they were able to sign that number one quarterback, because they need a quarterback.
And they need one.
They need some receivers, but they definitely need a quarterback. What about the Miami upset? That probably kept them out of the final 12. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that was kind of heartbreaking because I thought they were going to win that one.
I wanted them to. I wanted Crystal Ball to get in there.
Yeah, I wanted him to, but they got womp.
Yeah. With a lot of upsets, man, they were planting flags. Ohio State, Michigan planted a flag at Ohio State. Florida did at Florida State. NC State did at Carolina. The only coach that stopped them was Sarkisian, your boy. He stopped his players from doing it. What do you think about that planting the flag, man? There's different points of view on that. What do you think?
Younger me,
I would have done it.
I would have done that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I was that type of dude. So as you get older, you know what I mean, you got to win with class. You know what I mean? Get your butt off the field. You went. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like
Michigan barely won.
but you know what you doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, T.O. started it back in the day.
Yeah, we did at Dallas.
At Dallas, stood on the star. You see what they did? They wanted to push him off the star. You know what I'm saying?
When he stood on that star.
Yeah.
Right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, but let me ask you this. What do you think about the Michigan coach taunting the crowd? Because a lot of people, Stephen A. came at him and said, man, he shouldn't have been doing
I
it.
should have been doing
Yeah,
that.
you the
You don't do that. You the coach, man. They vibe off of you. And it's just, you know,
It's not
it's not classic.
You're
There's
dope.
pepper spray and everything. You think you can get your players off the field?
Exactly.
Nah, I'm getting my players off the field. You better come on over here. You won't be playing next week.
Exactly. We're going to talk a little more about college. Last week, we kind of predicted it. It was a close game, but Chicago's coach didn't manage the timeout. He got fired, which I think we all saw coming.
Yeah, it was all coming.
It was 3 games they should have won.
Right.
Green Bay probably, if he got a little closer. The Hail Mary against Washington. And then the Detroit game. You know, he was close. He didn't call a timeout. They had all that time
All
left.
the time. And
And so
bye.
So you know what name came up? You're not gonna believe this. What name came up for that job? Well, of course, Ben Johnson from Detroit.
Yeah, everybody
He's
wants him.
great. Everybody wants him, and
Right.
Aaron Glenn may get a job too.
Yeah.
Both of them may get a job.
Right.
But I think Ben Johnson's gonna get that job if he wants it. But if he doesn't want it, which I couldn't see why, they say Cliff Kingsbury's up for that job again. Still getting paid. Well, he was getting paid from Arizona
Right.
when he went to SC.
Right.
But he could get it because he worked with Caleb. So
Right. He's
I
at
can see
Washington now,
and
right?
he's doing well with Jay.
Doing well with Jay Daniels.
So, talking about college and pro coaches on the hot seat, let's talk about some of the college coaches on the hot seat. Jay at Ohio State, they said if he doesn't win at least one in the playoff, maybe 2. He could be out there.
Yeah, because that Michigan was a crucial. He hasn't beat Michigan
4 straight.
4 straight. Since
And they
he's been
bring you there to beat Michigan.
yeah, they don't care about nothing else. But you got to beat Michigan.
But he's like 47-1 against the rest of the Big Ten. What's your thoughts? Should they let him go? I wouldn't if I was.
I wouldn't, but
I could see them letting him
we need to make emphasis on beating Michigan, man.
Exactly.
That's what I mean. That's their whole thing.
Yeah. Another coach who's on the hot seat, but they're not gonna let him go. They just hired Gus Malzahn to be his OC, and they hired the D coordinator from Nebraska, Norvell, at Florida State. He played horrible.
Yeah, but
He coached horrible.
they've been playing better of late.
That's not the Florida.
Not Florida State.
Yeah,
Oh,
Florida State.
Florida State. Oh yeah, they won't. Yeah, they need a clean shot.
They should, but
Come back.
yeah, I don't think they are though.
His sport showing this whole season.
Lincoln Riley, what are your thoughts? You keep saying they should bring him back
They're gonna bring him back
because of the buyout.
Yeah, I think because of the big buyout, but they're gonna bring him back one more year. Then after that, but they circling the wagons on his butt. Though.
I agree, as they should be because
Right.
he hasn't gotten it done. What about Gundy at Old State? Does his tenure get him another year? Because he's been there, 20
He
years.
just got blew out 58-0 by Dion.
Yeah.
He might be there.
I think he can get one more year because he's been there and he's been successful. Pittman at Arkansas, they haven't been spending money. I think he gets another year. Petrino's the assistant.
No, that's gonna be
Petrino's job. We haven't talked about that. What about Kelly? Yeah, LSU.
Yeah. I go down there and follow myself.
Yeah. What about the last one? Venables at Oklahoma.
He might get one more.
I think he'll get one more. Yep, I think
He might get one more year.
Let's talk about pro coaches on the hot seat. Mayo and New England. I think he's back.
He's back.
Yeah.
I mean, they knew when they signed up this year.
Yeah. He gets one more, maybe
year, maybe 2 more.
I agree.
He definitely get one more year for sure.
What about Dable in New York? I think he could be out of there.
He should be out of there.
He might be too. He might be
He
out
should
there.
be out of there. You paid the quarterback, and then you didn't pay Barkley.
Yeah.
Barkley running
We'll talk about that. Yeah.
rap shit over the league.
Yeah.
And you gotta watch that in your own division. That's embarrassing.
Yeah. What about Pierce? Pierce gets another year.
It's another year. He got a quarterback.
Yeah.
So they should do a sweepstakes. I think Shador, Cam Moore, they'll be all right.
They'll be all right. That's all they need. And maybe a couple more receivers. What about Peterson and Jacksonville? I think he's out.
He's out.
I think so.
They just wait for the end of the year.
Yeah.
Quarterback got a concussion.
That was a bad hit. We'll talk about that. What about Ulbrich, New York Jets? He's not gonna get that job.
I'm not gonna get that job. Somebody else, they're gonna clean house. And your boy Aaron Rodgers might not be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that too. You must have seen longer. You did.
Yeah,
What about Callahan in Tennessee? I think he gets another year.
one more year.
Okay. So the quarterback's
That's
playing.
Callahan's son.
Exactly. And lastly, Zach Taylor, man. People are saying he's not on the hot seat because how they finish.
How they finish. They not. I mean, they put up points. The Royals playing lights out.
Lights out with their defense.
Defense
And they
solid.
start slow every year.
Yeah, so they started, and then now the year almost gone. They still talking about they're gonna start. They're gonna be at home. They're gonna be in the sweepstakes too. They keep messing around.
Yeah, let me ask you this. Is Aaron Rodgers time in New York over?
I think so.
You think so? I think so too. He's like 25th in PBR.
Yeah,
He's not playing well.
he's a cancer, man.
Yeah. He didn't come in training camp. So
You know what I mean? That's gone. And then you're seeing him miss a wide open receiver, man.
yeah, a big 6 to Leonard Williams
Right.
line.
Yeah.
So I think it's over. I think this is it for him.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: how much do the Giants regret taking Jones over Barkley?
Oh, they regretted dearly. Like I just said before, like man, and then he's in the same division. You gotta
Yeah,
watch
you
that.
let him go to Philly.
So that fool might get it. We'll talk about
We talk about that. Yeah. Randy had to cheat sheet everybody, so that's good though, dog. That's good because we gonna talk about that. That's like one more. Let me transition for a minute. Cooper Flag is on TV now. He lost to Kansas. I think he's no more pickoff potential, but you can tell he's only 17.
No,
He's not still.
yeah, showing now.
It's showing because now we're not playing Davidson and Mercer. We playing Kansas and you playing some big boys.
What they're talking about. Blue chips.
Yeah, blue chips. So I think he's still gonna go number one because his potential there. He's only gonna be, he's not gonna be 18.
Harper's son is ball.
Harper's son is cold.
Cold, man.
He's gonna run into be. I think Flag is one, but Harper's son is two. He had 36 and 37. Yeah, and he's a 6'5" lefty point guard.
Right.
So let me ask you this: NFL MVP. You give me your top four. I'll give you my top four.
Allen.
Yep.
Barkley.
Yep.
Gotta go with your boy in Baltimore.
Yeah, Lamar. I agree with that.
And golf on the outside.
That's exactly what I got. Quite as kept. I think golf can sneak in there. Well, it's gonna be hard to beat Allen, but golf is good. I mean, he's had a good year other than that 5 interception game.
Usually running backs don't win it, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of pulling for the kid. If he win it, I'll be happy.
Yeah, because they value
Right down,
They said, and they said that him and Henry met up and talked about it. Said, hey man, they value running back. Let's talk. You look, Henry, Saquon Barkley, and Josh Jacobs all having good years.
2 years.
All having good
Great years.
Yep. All right. So let's see. Let's talk about. Let's see.
Oh, they got Joe Burrow on there too. He got numbers. He got numbers, but they ain't winning.
Okay, so let's talk about I go Allen, Barkley, Jackson, Goff. Vegas has Allen, Barkley, Mahomes. Yeah, they only have one loss, Burrow, and then Goff. Okay, I mean, because Mahomes only has one loss, so I get it.
But his numbers ain't right.
Yeah,
They should have won that game.
Yeah, they should have won about 3 games. Denver, Raiders.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we got our MVP. Let's talk about rookie quarterbacks. Rank your 1 through 6. Remember, 2 of them haven't played that much. Daniels, I agree.
Bo Nix.
Yep.
May.
Over Caleb?
Oh, yeah.
I go Caleb.
Caleb.
Then May.
Yeah. And then they got another one out.
Then McCarthy and Phoenix haven't played. McCarthy's hurt. Phoenix.
Phoenix. He might be playing
if Cousins,
Cousins don't get his stuff together.
Yeah, I agree. And they live on the same street. That's gonna be awkward.
That's gonna be
And they carpool to the road trips together. I don't know about that.
I don't know.
If I'm down for a spot, I'm not moving down the street.
Nah.
I don't want to do
I'm
that.
not driving the same car with you.
Yeah, that's the new kids.
Yeah, that's that new stuff.
Yeah, I don't do that. But I would say Phoenix might get in there this year. But he had 2 ACL tears, Indiana and he came to Washington. So we'll see. Lefty, I don't know if he's
You see them ball? I've seen him.
Yeah, he throws a little bit of a knuckleball. We'll see. So let's look, NBA All-Star format now. They go a pickup game. So they changed it in a couple of years and changed it all. Maybe this year. They're going to have 2 semifinals up to 40. And then the 2 winners are going to up to 25. So guys ain't playing hard, man.
Yeah, just trying to get some see him to play hard.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that.
It's getting old.
It's getting old.
Yeah. The slam dunk game.
Not what it used to be. Top players don't get in it.
Yeah.
We got G League players winning it. That's what.
Yeah, they had last year they had a YouTube win.
Yeah. I don't know.
Max McClung.
Yeah. Are we talking about NBA? LeBron, man, he's been struggling a little bit. Now, granted, he's still averaging 22, 7, and 8, but he's had several games. He had scored. He's shooting a low percentage. Is it age? Is it the Olympics? It's all the time.
That's the grind and the father time. You know what I mean?
The numbers are good. He's struggling for LeBron.
Struggling for LeBron.
Yeah, it's struggling for LeBron.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna catch up with you.
Yeah, father time, dog.
Right. But still to put up them numbers like that.
They're great numbers, but for LeBron, it's not great.
Yeah,
But like you said,
I think they need to slack back some of the minutes right now because they losing anyway. You know what I mean? So it ain't important. Let's just try to My hope is just stay out the play in, you know what I mean?
They gonna be in the play. I don't know, man. I like the way they were going, but I think that age and that they're not as deep as some of the other teams, but they can catch up to them.
And the youngsters don't care, man. You need to run them to death.
The youngsters on the team.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're supposed to.
Let me answer this. Top 5 NBA players by, I think I put, no, we'll come back to that. NBA first team as of so far this season, who would you take? Who would be your first team, your guards? And then I'm gonna go back to NFL players and NBA standings.
Curry,
So you got Curry in your first team?
yeah,
I don't, but go ahead.
Mitchell.
Mitchell, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
Who's your forwards?
Forwards. I like them. Boys playing my Orlando.
Like you like Wagner?
Yeah.
He's good. He's playing good.
Right.
Okay, and then his brothers on the team.
Another forward is balling right now.
You and I talked about it. We just talked about it before we started. Giannis.
Oh yeah, Giannis is back.
So I got my first team. I got Shea.
Oh yeah.
You forgot about Shea. Come on, Gilgeous. I got Luka.
Yes.
I got Tatum. I got Giannis, and I got the Joker. Joker baller.
Yeah.
My second team, I got Steph. I got Donovan Mitchell. I got AD.
I got D-ball.
Balling. I got Durant, even though he sat out some games. And my second team center is probably Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh yeah, he balling.
He balling.
He flourishing over there.
Yeah, in New York with Jalen Brunson.
Last 4 years. Yes, sir.
Let's see. Kyrie's there, not person. Yeah. What is that?
Last 4 years.
First year. And look, Jason Tatum is the only American born last year to be on the first team. And he's been on first team the last 3 years. It won't be in there for a minute, I don't think. Yeah, Shay's been on the last 2, and the Clippers had him. But look how many foreign for, and that's what lets you know they're catching up to him. So look at last year, only one American on first team. One American born. He's good, but he's not Shea, he's not Luka.
Right.
And you look at 2023, only one American born, Jason Tatum. 2022, Booker and Tatum, 2 American born. They catching up, dog. They catching up. You see, we barely beat France. So while we talk about the NBA, let's look at the NBA standings. Let's look at the surprise. So let me ask you a question. Who's surprising you right now in terms of who's winning that you didn't think would be winning? Orlando. Hey, they were solid last year. They took Cleveland to 6-7 games, or 5 games. But I would say Orlando and Paulo Banchero's been out. And Wagner's been carrying it, but they're deep. They got the little Anthony. They got Suggs. Markelle Fultz doesn't do a lot, but they're well coached too. Moses. So, to me, I would say my surprises are Orlando, like you. Atlanta, I don't think they can sustain it. Houston and San Antonio. Houston. They got well coached. And they're young.
Yeah, they run.
Yeah, so if you look at the standings in the Western Conference, it's OKC. Houston's number 2. Dallas is 3. They caught up. Memphis is 4. The Clippers are 5. Harden is killing it. Norman Powell might be all-star.
Right.
Phoenix 6. Golden State 7. They slipped a little bit. Denver 8. Lakers 9. San Antonio 10. That's kind of San Antonio. So
It's a tight race. Though.
Yeah, it is. It's very
92 second place. It's only 2 lost columns.
Mhm. Yep. Let's look at the Eastern Conference. Cleveland at first place, 1.5 ahead of Boston. Orlando 3rd. You got New York 4th. Milwaukee 5th. They started off slow, but now they're here.
They're getting their feet on.
Yep. You got Atlanta 6.
9-1 in the last 10.
Miami 10. Miami 7. Chicago 8. Brooklyn 9, that's a little bit of a surprise, and Indianapolis 10. Be higher, yeah. I think they'll catch up because you got to look. Indiana has 13 losses. Sixth place has 11 losses. Fifth place has 9 losses. That's probably, yeah. This one might be a little bit. One of them might be more recent by a day. Let's see. Let me ask you a question. Before we get out of NFL, you can pick your top 5 all time on offense, top 5 all time on defense. So offense, you get a quarterback, running back, receiver, offensive lineman, and a tight end. So who's your first team quarterback? Okay, I agree. Who's your first team running back? I'm torn there because I can say Jim Brown. I can say Barry Sanders. Who do you say? Who's your running back?
Barry.
Who? Barry. Okay. Who's your offensive lineman? You go old school, Anthony Munoz. You go Jonathan Alton, Larry Allen.
Larry Allen.
Larry Allen was a beast.
Larry Allen.
So you go like, I can't argue with that. I would probably say maybe Alton, and then who's your tight end?
Gonzalez.
Yeah, I agree with that. And who's your receiver?
Trying to get there.
Randy Moss.
Over Jerry? You going talent over production.
Like Moss.
Okay. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. And then hold on. We'll come back after we finish this. We'll have you guys give it to us. And then your defense. So defense, you can go defensive line. You go D tackle, D end. Okay, D. Okay, I agree with that. D end.
Yeah.
I go Reggie White.
Right.
You don't have to tell who.
I'm another D. I'll be coming back to slow down.
Okay, linebacker. LT or Ray Lou?
LT.
LT, I agree. And cornerback.
What's this?
Dion. And then your safety.
Money lot.
Ooh, I forgot. Yeah, I like to go him over here. Okay, Raul and then whoever wants to comment. Okay, who wants to comment? Offense. Anybody, whoever.
Top 5.
Top 5. So give me anybody.
You know what I want to see after?
What's that?
Jerry Rice, Randy Moss debate.
Okay. All right. So who wanted to comment on top 5 offense? Okay, who's your quarterback? Okay, who's your running back? And I'm right there. I'm Brown or Barry, so I'm torn. Yeah, I know. Hey, you don't have to convince me. I'm right there with you. Okay, who's your offensive lineman?
Larry Allen.
Just one. Okay. And then what about your tight end?
Tight end. I'm gonna go.
Okay, who's good? And then who's your receiver?
Receiver.
Okay. And then defense, Wayne. So who is your D tackle?
Man, I'm gonna go. Selman, one of the Selman brothers. Big boy.
You went old on us. Where they play college? Good job. And then D tackle, or because he was a tackle, so D end. Why? Because they gave him a couple sacks. Linebacker, yeah. So who's your D end? Who? Come on, Wayne. D end. Okay, we'll come back. Who's your linebacker?
I gotta go LT.
Who is your corner?
I gotta go Dion.
And who's your safety? Yeah, you could throw Ed Reed almost in there, but I'll go Ronnie. Who else wants to do it? You want to do it? Okay, so quarterback. Warren Moon. Okay, always an outlier. This one here. Okay, and then okay, all right. Well, I mean, yeah, I can see that. Okay. All right, and then who's your running back? Probably gonna say Gil Sayers.
No. It's hard, but I give it to Barry, man.
You can't go wrong with that.
Barry, yeah.
Okay, then who is your offensive lineman?
Orlando Packers. But so did Jim Brown.
Who's your offensive lineman?
We had some good ones at Chicago too. Back in
They got
That's ever though. Will you can only have one. Art Shell. Okay. That's a good pick. And then what about your tight end? Who's your tight end?
Like somebody took Bo Jackson.
Yeah, Gonzalez. And who's your receiver?
So therefore,
Who?
say,
I mean, man.
Jim played 9. That ain't shit. Oh, why you gotta go 10? Is that the
Yeah.
number 10? Mo running back don't last 10 years.
Between him and
Okay, so why you go with that? So right on there.
Okay, we'll get to that conversation. Okay, all right, okay, and then defense. So who's your D tackle?
You hurt no 3. I want to see what they have to see. In that baseball interest. But in the first oh, sure. If he was.
I went with Donald.
I go with Donald too. I like Donald. Who's your DN?
4 and 7, don't know.
Who's your DN?
You know
Who? I knew he was gonna slide another Chicago dude in there. And then who's your linebacker? LT. Who is your cornerback?
But just for his versatility, though.
Regis from Texas. Dion, man.
There's 3 of them up there. Dion Reeves and
Dion had his feet on Dion.
Gerald Green.
Who?
I gotta go with Dion.
Dion. And who's your safety?
Man, I'm gonna give you a throwback.
Sean Taylor.
Nah, Gary Simpson, baby. Defense, that's where we got that profile defense from.
Okay. Anybody else wanna chime in? Okay, let's talk Randy Moss, Jerry Rice. Randy was more talented. You just like it because his name is Randy.
Yes, sir.
But honestly, I mean, you can't go wrong, but I would take Rice because he was, and you coached and I coached. Randy was a great player, but Jerry Rice was super professional, super prepared.
Worth that.
Yeah, work ethic. So I'm old school, dog. I played for old school coaches.
Right.
You know, Randy Moss did a few things. I'm like, now, was he more talented? Yes. Yes. I'm not even gonna question that. But who was better and who had a better career? And if I'm starting a team, I'm gonna go with Jerry Rice. Randy may argue, may throw some food at the dinner meeting, you know, may pull his pants down. Yeah, but that was prime Randy.
That's what happened.
Yeah, so I go Rice.
The quarterback.
Yeah, I go with Rice.
Well, yeah.
As far as the QB, who had the better win with
Who had the better career? Who had the better career? Jerry Rice.
1 year.
Yeah. So he had Brady.
1 year.
Yeah. Who else he had?
He broke records with Randy in 1 year when he was over.
He's the most talented receiver ever. And if you say top receiver, I say he's in the top 3.
Yeah. Brett Favre.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
I go with Jerry. No, I'm gonna stick with Jerry. You can say what you want.
I'm on Randy.
Okay, yeah, of course. Because his name is Randy. Exactly. That's all good. Yeah.
Raise your hands if you think Randy. You asked the question, who would you take? Jerry.
Jerry and Randy.
Thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know,
You say he's going Megatron, huh?
Yeah. Oh, Megatron was good.
Megatron.
Yeah, Megatron was good.
I mean, you just sit down and shit the next show. Listen.
I like Lynn Swan. I like
Yes, Lynn Swan. Yeah.
So what do you
Miss Nikki.
think?
Drew Pierce.
Defense fix.
Say it again. Give me your defensive picks again. Nikki, we got a question for you. You can sit right there. We got a question for you.
Defensive.
Yeah. We're not gonna have you sing. It's just a question. All right. But give me your picks. Defensive, Dion, LT, I agree with those two. Who's your D tackle DN?
I said Richard Dent.
Chicago.
Donald.
And Donald, I agree with that. So I'm with you on 3 out of 5. Only one you got me was Fensick and Richard Dent. But okay. So we have a lady here. We want to ask, we're transitioning to cigars. Okay. We're not singing a solo this week, but we may
Gonna work through it.
You on the calendar.
You're on the calendar.
Okay, yeah, March of 2026, we got you. So how did you get started smoking cigars?
So I got started smoking cigars. My cousin smoked them all the time. In 2021,
Male cousin or female cousin?
Male.
I'm just curious. Okay.
and female,
Okay.
him and his wife. And so I went to Louisiana
Okay.
and I had a bucket list of everything I wanted to do. Of everything I wanted to do. And so, smoked cigars was one of them.
Did you smoke in New Orleans?
Yes.
So I heard they have a good cigar lounge
So
there.
I went to a lounge and there was a young dude in there. He taught me and there was an older lady. We had the same birthday. And he taught both of us how to smoke cigars.
How to smoke.
So my first cigar was
That was my next question. It was Ashton.
a
Acid. Okay. That's a good starter one. That's good.
yes. But do I smoke them now? No.
Okay. And then what's your favorite cigar right now? Excluding, of course, me Havana cigars, because we know that's. Go ahead. What's your, that's what I have right now. What's your favorite?
LFD.
That's a good one. Good one. Duck Bill is kind of strong, but LFD's good.
A strong cigar for a strong girl.
Yeah, you know, that's good. I like that. And I think we have LFDs downstairs. So let me hear your top 5. Give me like your 5 favorite, if you can think of 5. Because some of the guys we asked, I mean, like a lot of us folks 10. I don't have 5, but I could come up with 5. But what are your 5 favorites?
I like LFD.
That's a good one. Okay. Yeah.
I used to really love Tabac. Tabac
Okay.
is my favorite.
Okay.
Rocky Patel Gold.
Okay. Very good.
And it's actually pretty good. Actually
Okay.
pretty good. And what if you want
Oh yeah. Okay. Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Solo coming up next.
Okay, we got you. I don't know if Reba wants to comment at all. Does she want to comment this week or next week? Okay, we'll do you next week. That's your category, so think about it, okay? We got you next week. Okay. Oh, Nikki, I'm sorry. 2 more questions. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cheat you. So let me ask, as you're walking up, let me ask you, what is your go-to drink of choice with the cigars?
Everything.
Everything. Not everything. I like that answer. Reba, you can't use that next week. Okay, and then, okay, no, if you could only have one drink with a cigar, what would it be?
Don Julio, of course.
Okay, that's good. Okay, and then last question for you. What's your perfect meal with the cigar?
Oh. I don't know.
You pick just one meal. Like we picked the same thing, which is the exact same thing.
Probably wouldn't be ribs.
What would it be?
It would probably be, I don't know, somebody. Yeah, catfish, some seafood, maybe
Okay.
some shrimp. Some shrimp.
Okay, well, let's pick one meat.
One protein.
One protein, one carb. She went to the buffet on herself. Okay,
I like shrimp,
okay,
lobster.
okay. Now let's do a carb.
I don't really do carbs. I guess, rice.
Okay, and then,
Vegetable would be zucchini.
okay,
Zucchini or, cucumbers. I love some cucumbers. Some sweet, like some cucumbers with some,
Vinaigrette?
sweet, Thai sweet.
okay. Yeah, okay.
Would be awesome.
Very good. Okay, good job, Nikki. We're back to Miss Often. Let's not give her a hand. Good job. Thank you, Miss Nikki. Good job. All right, good job. All right, so that's a perfect segue into college football.
Yes.
All right, here we go. So Georgia barely over Georgia Tech, dog. That was a great game.
Great game.
Hey, was it 8 or not? 8 overtime?
8 overtime.
That was a great game. If Georgia would have lost that, they probably still would have been But
We put Bama in there.
yeah, they put Bama in there with 3 losses. That was a good game. Did you watch it?
No.
Okay, Georgia Tech beat Miami and they almost beat Georgia. I think that program's on the rise.
What's the little highlights?
Yeah, Boise State over Oregon State, we expected that. Ole Miss over Mississippi State, you called that.
Right.
Colorado, woo, they look good. Senior day, ran up the score. Players were leaving the game in my box and all kinds
They
of stuff.
clowning over
They
there.
clowning in Colorado,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. See how Deion came out with the boys and the boys tried to get the
The
X.
mom and Deion sprinted out.
Sprinted up out
You saw
of
that?
it. Yeah.
He says, "War
Extra
3
stage left.
Yeah, man, him and Pilar don't see eye to eye. I mean, that happens.
That happens.
Man, the tackle that protects your door has Mercedes, man. It was on Facebook.
Like Kevin.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oregon over Washington. We expected that. That's the first time that coach has beat Washington. Michigan. Oh, yeah, he's a very good coach. Great program. Got that Nike money behind him.
Yes, sir.
Michigan over Ohio State. We didn't call that.
We didn't call that. We had Ohio State. I don't know what happened.
They look their offense, as they would say on TV,
All that money
that's
that's spent.
20 million.
Mm.
That's all you can get.
Ooh.
Texas over A&M, good game. We called that.
Yeah.
Penn State over Maryland, they ran up the score.
Sure.
There was an incident at the end of the game where James Franklin and the coach of Alabama from Maryland got into it
Oh, yeah?
because he didn't like the fact that on the last play of the game, they threw a pass for a touchdown. They were already up 35, 40 points. But Franklin said, "Hey, I got my 3s and 4s in there. You got your 1s,
Right.
you know."
Stop.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, stop.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Get out my face.
Yeah. What about Notre Dame over SC? Was that a surprise? We called that,
We called that
but SC was right there.
right there, and
And
then
they gave it to
I couldn't pitch, and that was a wrap.
them. Syracuse over Miami. I don't think anybody saw that.
I thought Miami was going to have a bit, but they did like,
And that cost
and
them.
it cost them. So they're on the outside looking in.
Yeah, Crystal Ball had a chance to go for 7, played it safe and went for 3, and it might cost him
Right.
because he got 3 and Syracuse got 7.
That was,
So,
yeah,
that was the game. Tennessee over Vanderbilt. It was close early. Vanderbilt was up. Tennessee won. Better team won. SMU blew out California. I don't think you called that. We thought they'd win,
I
but
thought they were not like that. Yeah, SMU look good.
yeah, they look good. 11-1, man. They got that Pony Express line.
Express back.
Yeah. Indiana, Purdue blowout. South Carolina, Clemson. They're always close.
Mhm.
South Carolina, Beaver started to do good.
Yeah.
They only have 3 losses. What about Alabama over Auburn? No surprise.
No surprise. That's not surprise.
Arizona State to the Big 12 championship game.
They look good.
They look good.
They look real good.
And the head coach is only 34.
Wow.
He's from Arizona.
Wow.
From Arizona.
34 years old.
Yeah. Iowa State over Kansas State.
That's pretty tough.
Yeah. Missouri over Arkansas. We called that. UNLV over Nevada. Big Sean had been here.
Yeah.
UNLV only has 2 losses.
2 losses and making them play Boise in the championship.
They look good.
Mm.
So they got the coach over there, Barry Odom, that used to be at Missouri. So he's up for some big jobs.
Right.
Hopefully he stays there. Illinois over Northwestern, we called that. Right? Illinois over
Yeah.
Northwestern, we didn't think. Yeah. Let me ask you, let's look at the standings, the final 12 teams in. Let me know who you think, got left out. So let me ask you this. Is this the final 12? I want to see the CFP standings. Let me let you know.
Mm.
So yeah, that may be the AP. So I'll go to CFP. And let me ask you this: Miami got left out. What are your thoughts on that?
I think if Alabama in with 3 losses, they should be in.
Ooh, Miami with 2
Yeah.
losses.
Yeah,
So right now you have Oregon 1,
of course.
Texas 2, SMU 3,
I see that.
Boise State 4,
I see that.
because they're conference champions.
Conference champion.
And then you got in the 5-12 game, you got Penn State playing Arizona State. Arizona State has to win this weekend, though. If
Right.
they lose, they're gonna be out of it. You got Ohio State and Tennessee, 8-9. Who do you have? Arizona State, Penn State. You got Penn State, right?
Right.
And then Ohio State, Tennessee. Who do you have?
Ohio State, Tennessee.
I might want to go with Ohio State's got more
They
talent.
got
than
more talent, but they're not playing well.
I might want to go with Tennessee.
Kid can throw the rock over
Yeah,
there.
the kid.
Out of Southern California.
Yeah. What about Alabama, Notre Dame?
Notre Dame.
Over Alabama?
I think they win.
What about Indiana, Georgia? Okay. So that's the standings. And then if you look at the games this week, so if championships. If Arizona State does not win, they're out. Iowa State will be in because that's who they play. So let me ask you this. If Boise State loses to UNLV, are they for sure out?
Maybe not.
So this Saturday we have Friday we have UNLV, Boise State. I think I'm gonna go with Boise. We have Iowa State, ASU. What you got?
Go ahead, shoot. I've been watching it.
Yeah, they look good. You see what they did to Arizona.
Right.
And then
Good
you have,
running back,
yeah.
good receivers, good quarterback.
the head coach can call plays,
Right.
offensive coordinator. He was Oracle's coordinator in Memphis and in Florida State. Then who do you have? Georgia and Texas. Georgia got the first one.
I think Georgia get them
Again,
I think they'll get them again.
that's a toss-up. I think Texas is gonna be ready. But we'll see. That's a toss-up game. Penn State, Oregon.
Oregon.
I agree. And last one, Clemson, SMU.
SMU.
Let's see what they do.
Mm.
All right, so that's next week's big game. Anybody have any comments about college? Comments, college.
College.
D, Drake. You don't think Alabama should be
Three
in there?
losses. I don't. They do anything to get Alabama in there. Nick Saban ain't there no more.
Yeah,
So quit doing that.
they think that they, gonna have all those fans. Any other comments? Anybody else shouldn't be in there? Should Miami be in there, Raul, over Alabama?
I think they should.
You think Miami should be there?
2 losses, right?
Yeah,
Who they lost to?
they lost to Syracuse and Georgia Tech. See, they didn't lose to a ranked team. They held that against them too. I mean, Alabama lost to Oklahoma.
No,
So, okay, anybody else? Go ahead. No, that's it. Okay. All right, listen. Our last category, pro football, man. Lions over Bears. We did have a Bears fan who said they were going to win. They should have won.
Should have won.
Coach mismanaged the clock, just like he didn't get him prepared for the Hail Mary, and he didn't get some more yards against Green Bay.
And it's in the unemployment.
Bill, and he was going to get fired,
And he's in the unemployment line.
which he should be. So, Cowboys over Giants.
Easy call.
Yeah, I thought it was closer than it should have been, actually.
Yeah, but easy call. They had to win that.
Packers over Dolphins. We called that.
We called that.
Chiefs over Raiders. It was closer than we thought, but
Oh, man.
that was an easy
Raiders
call.
got robbed, man.
Yeah. Raiders should have won that. They
Should have won that game.
Chargers over Falcons.
I like the Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers look good. Playoff team.
Playoff team.
Wherever Harbaugh goes, he improves from the first year. What about Steelers over Bengals? Russ do shoot 100.
Yeah, it was a shootout. Russ did his thing, man.
I like what Tomlin's doing, man. Even though Russ starts, he puts Justin in
Yeah.
certain situations. He got that first
First
down.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
Right.
There's a reason Tomlin is 18 years without a losing record, huh?
Yeah.
18.
He's the man.
Yeah. I vote for him. Vikings over Cardinals. It was a good game.
Good game.
We called that Colts over Patriots. That was a close game.
Close game.
Richardson had to run it in.
Richardson looked good.
He looked good. He looked good. Do the pass and everything in. Seahawks over Jets.
Good game.
Yeah, good game. Seahawks look good. They're hard to beat. And that was actually, I think, in New York, wasn't it?
New York.
Yeah.
They got 2 running backs.
Mhm. Commanders over Titans. We called that.
Who else?
Texans over Jaguars.
Yeah, that was close. Huh?
Yeah, it was close. It was closer than it should have been. Your Rams over the Saints. What do you think about that game?
You know what we got to do.
Yeah. Buccaneers over Panthers.
Easy call.
Okay. Yeah, it was Bryce is playing better.
Playing better.
Eagles over Ravens.
Oh, that was a good game.
That was a good game.
Yep.
Good
Yep.
game. Real good game.
Bills over 49ers. No, that was a blowout.
Snowball.
Yeah.
No,
That's part of football.
that's part of football.
Football. Yeah, unless you're playing flag.
Right.
Unless you're playing flag.
They scored
Yeah.
3 points.
Yeah.
Drug the rest.
Yeah.
Drug racing.
Broncos over Browns.
Oh,
Hey, your boy Judy came back with something to prove.
oh yeah.
You see Sean Payton came and gave him that. He said, hey man, you played good.
Like
He
good.
needed to wake up. Yeah, because you see Stephen Smith said he was just a guy.
Just a guy.
Last time they balled out, but he needs to play like that every week.
Winston gonna
Winston gonna throw 4 or 5 touchdowns and 3 or 4 assists. And he said, I don't know why God has me throwing these pick sixes. It ain't God. You didn't watch video. He said that in the press conference. I don't know why God got me throwing these picks. Yeah, man. Come on, Winston's fun.
It makes it fun though. He
Yeah,
makes
he
it
does.
fun.
I like it. It's gonna be a touchdown for somebody. You just don't know which team.
Right.
And then let's look at the standings and let me know if there's any surprises. Tell me who surprises you. Let me look at NFL standings.
American or national?
I'll pull up both. You pull up AFC first. So AFC East, we got Buffalo 10-2, Miami 5-7, Jets is a wrap 3-9. It's probably a wrap for Miami too,
Yeah.
unless they play the rest at home. And in New England, it's a wrap 3-10.
I mean, that's a wrap for them. So Bills gonna,
Run away with that.
run away with that.
AFC North, Pittsburgh 9-3, Baltimore 8-5. Let me ask you this: the Cincy sneak in, they have to win probably all 5.
No, but look, you got the Broncos. You got the Broncos 8-5. You got the
So it's a wrap for Cincy.
yeah, Cincy.
Okay. And then Cleveland 3-9. They're done. And then somebody said the Raiders gonna sneak in. They're gonna sneak in the casino. And then AFC South, Houston 8-5. They're good.
They gonna hold on.
Indy can sneak in as a wild card.
Maybe.
Maybe they're well coached.
See the Chargers and the
We're not to wait. Hold on. Indianapolis, no. Tennessee, they're done. And Jacksonville, they're done. Probably getting
Right.
coached. Okay, AFC West, KC 11-1. Not playing great, but 11-1. I'll take that. Chargers 8-4. Denver 8-5. They both of them may get
They're
it.
gonna make it. They might make both make it.
Yeah, and then Raiders 2-10.
That's a surprise.
Yeah, to be expected.
2-10.
2-10. That's to be expected. Let's look at the NFC. Philly playing the best in NFL right now, maybe them in Detroit.
Yes.
10-2. Washington playoff team 8-5. Dallas, we creeping 5-7. And then and then the Giants 2-10. Okay, NFC North. Detroit 11-1, playing great.
Right.
Minnesota 10-2. Can't sleep on them. Great defense. Darnold being steady. Green Bay 9-3.
They playing good.
Chicago 4-8.
They playing good, but they're just not getting the results.
They're not getting rid of. They should be 7. They should be 7-5,
75.
which would put them right almost in
In
the
the
playoffs, right in the mix. NFC South, Atlanta 6-6, and Tampa 6-6.
I think Tampa gonna win
You
it.
think they're going that? Cousins isn't playing for 4 interceptions
You don't like the bright lights for some
for
reason.
some reason. New Orleans 4-8, and Carolina 3-9. We'll see what Bryce does. I think they're gonna move off, but if he keeps playing good, he may get another year.
Shot.
Yeah, may get a shot.
Put something around.
NFC West, Seattle 7-5,
I like the way they playing.
Arizona and your Rams 6-6,
Be trying.
and San Francisco 5-7 with a lot of injuries. It's always next year. It's always next year.
San Francisco always.
They're done.
Yeah.
And I think that their window is closed. Now you got to pay Purdy, so it's a wrap.
The window closed. The running back is hurt. Both of the running backs hurt.
Okay. So let's look at next week's game.
All right.
And let's make some predictions. So who you think?
Yeah.
So Thursday, Green Bay at Detroit. Who you got?
Y'all just saw it.
I'm gonna go Detroit. Jacksonville at Tennessee.
I'm gonna go Tennessee.
I'm gonna go Tennessee. The quarterback is out. Jets at Miami.
Miami.
Miami. Atlanta at Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Kirkland's coming home, Minnesota. We'll see how he plays back home, but I say Minnesota. New Orleans at New York Giants. New Orleans at Giants.
Giants might win.
No, they on their second or third square. I go New Orleans. Carolina at Philly. Philly. Cleveland at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. Raiders at Tampa Bay. Yep. Seattle at Arizona. That's a good game.
Good game, but I think it's on Mike Poppins.
You think so?
Mike Poppins.
I think that's a toss-up. Buffalo at Rams. They're gonna take over the stadium, that's for sure.
Now they're gonna do that. I don't know.
I go Buffalo.
I have to go Buffalo.
Chicago at San Francisco.
I'm going Chicago. I'm going Chicago. Chicago play well. They're gonna play well.
We'll see. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, San Francisco's in there. Do you think so? Chicago, okay. And then, well, you pick Chicago every week. Chargers, KC.
I'm going Chargers, best.
We got an extra clause on that one. I don't know why. And then we got Cincinnati at Dallas. Dallas. Cincinnati.
On Monday night,
We lose at home.
we coming up here
Monday
Monday
night. We can say
Cincinnati gonna beat them. Come up here Monday night.
Okay, let's watch that.
Better stick.
Okay.
Better stick.
Who you got? Who you got?
I got Cincinnati. Better stick.
Kev got Cincinnati too.
Oh, you did?
Who you got, Robert?
I said Cincinnati. They beat that devil, I said Cincinnati.
With your head, not your heart.
With my head, Cincinnati. With my heart, Dallas. I'm not gonna bet. I'm not betting. That's two. Yeah. I'm not betting. Okay, top 5 teams. Who wants to give us the top 5 teams in the league right now? Top 5. Who wants to go first? Okay, go ahead, OG Wayne. Top 5.
Detroit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Followed by Philly.
Yeah.
Followed by KC.
Yeah.
Followed by, I'm going with KC record. That's all I'm going with on that.
Right.
Not the way they play it, but,
So you leaving Buffalo out of the top 3, right?
you know, I'm putting Buffalo at
And they beat this.
And who's number 5?
like my number 5. I'm gonna go Minnesota.
Okay, I agree with you there. Who else wants to give us a top 5? Dre and then Charles. Go ahead, Dre. Philly.
Detroit,
Okay.
Buffalo,
Okay.
Minnesota,
Okay.
and I'm gonna put the Ravens. Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead, Charles.
Got Detroit,
Yep, that's my number 1.
Buffalo.
Yep, my number 2. Two. Steelers. Okay.
Over Philly.
No, this is in order. Top 5. No, this is your top 5 in order. So 1.
Buffalo, Steelers,
Okay.
Philly,
Okay.
and the Chiefs.
Okay. Who you got? Who you got, Drake? Okay. Okay. That's a good pick. Yep. KC. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's real close.
That's mine right there.
Okay,
Too.
say yours again. Say yours.
Detroit, Philly,
Detroit, Philly.
Buffalo, Minnesota, KC.
I have Detroit, Buffalo, Kansas City with 1 loss, Philly 4, Minnesota 5. Dark horse is Green Bay.
Don't mention anything about Pittsburgh right
I
now.
like
Pittsburgh is number 7,
it.
and Baltimore is number 8. Yes, go ahead.
About the city. Detroit don't get
Why is that?
Because they started to play more than vision. That whole vision is stuff. And either one of them, either one of them,
Give him something, yeah.
Chicago beat Detroit the last 3 years.
Right.
Beat them this year.
Right.
You know, and Green Bay beat Chicago, then all of them. They get ready to beat Detroit. I'm about to tell you.
And they might get 1 or 2 losses, so they might finish 14 and
And
3.
you gotta look at they beat up too.
Yeah,
They beat up.
yeah.
And the season, team that's getting it. Detroit they were in the street for a long time. Now they beat up. And the team that got hurt, you know, early, now they beat up.
They get done. Okay. Anybody else? Go ahead, Drake. My worst 5.
Worst 5 in the NFL.
Okay.
Number 1, Raiders.
Go ahead.
Number 2, Carolina. Number 3, Giants. Number 4, Tennessee.
Yep.
Number 5, gotta go with the Colts.
No, you know, the Colts are 5 and 7. Drake, my worst 5 are the Raiders, the Giants, the Titans,
Hungary.
the Patriots, and Carolina.
Yeah.
That's all bad teams. Ricky.
Yeah.
But now we switch the Cowboys, Raiders, Giants, Raiders,
They have been, yeah. I would say you can take any 5. Any 5. Yeah. Your Raiders.
Again.
Yeah. Okay.
Still 2 and
There
10.
we go. Anybody else? Any questions, comments?
Still 2 and 10.
What'd you think about that Cleveland game? Did you watch the Cleveland? What'd you think? They got potential. Judy played well. Jameis gonna throw you 5 and then throw you 3. Yeah, 8 touchdowns almost. 5 to his team and 2 or 3 to the other team.
In his first 2 years, he threw 80 interceptions. Wow.
Yeah.
So he recovered.
Yeah. He praying, asking God.
So what's it bring? They bring that dude back or
They
what?
got to bring Deshaun Watson because the money's guaranteed 46. But you bring Jameis back. Maybe they try to get him to restructure. Because who would take Deshaun?
Nobody.
Nobody. So you stuck with it.
The injury problem.
You stuck with it. Bring Jameis back.
Man.
Yeah, he paid $230. He gonna say Deshaun money's
They
guaranteed.
better hope Diddy don't snitch on him.
Yeah.
He might give him a couple of them films with the baby oil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a couple. Anybody else? All right, y'all, that's good, man. Yeah, it's good. I'm good. We'll see what happens next week, man. We have a
Next
lot to
week,
talk
we
about.
got to talk about
College football, basketball.
And then the baseball coming out with this golden bat rule,
What is that?
where the manager can pick any player to come up to bat at any time in the game.
They try to make it more interesting.
Make it more interesting.
A lot of people are watching. Let me ask you this. Predict, because we're going to know by next week. Where's Juan Soto going? I say he goes
To the Mets.
Mets or Yankees. Ooh, you think the Mets, Steve
Think the
Cohen?
Mets,
Because
yeah.
that checkbook is unlimited.
You ain't got to move. You know what I'm saying?
And why would you leave the Yankees who just won the World Series to go to the Mets?
That's true. The Mets is there too. Mets is in the playoffs. Played up.
Did the Dodgers get in there?
I don't want him, man.
Why? Because it's too much.
Yeah, he's good, man. He's young. He got a good bat, but his defense is suspect. His glove is suspect out there. He don't hustle all the time like that.
Okay.
I don't need him.
Okay.
Sign Teoscar. Bring Teoscar back.
Somebody else said Boston. I don't think he goes. I
I
think he
don't
stays.
think he goes to Boston. He won't go to Boston.
I think it's the Mets
Yeah,
first game.
that's right. We just picked up Blake Snell. We be rolling, baby.
I think he goes there. I think he goes to the Mets so he could be the man because Judge is the man in New York.
He's 25.
Yeah, he want to be the man.
Right, so he won't
And
get it.
he gonna stay in New York, and you're gonna get a lot of money. I think it's the Mets.
Yeah, I think it's the Mets.
All right, dog. Good job, man.
Good job, man.
Let's wrap it up. Oh, we have one last question. I think. Go ahead. Is it about the Chicago Bears and are they gonna win?
No, it's not. But they are gonna win this week, bro.
Okay. Who is it?
But it's about the quarterbacks and the fake slide but the penalty that they've been talking about, they're starting with, homeboy this weekend. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Jacksonville,
yeah, so the conversation progressed to the quarterbacks, you know, not getting out of bounds, faking to get out of bounds.
like Mahomes doing a fake slide.
Like they just showed another quarterback did that, Bo Nix, I think it was, fake like he gonna slide.
They kept running.
You're supposed to get credit.
And they were saying that should be a penalty. So what do you guys think about that?
I mean, if it's not, well, go ahead. What do you think?
If you over there shaking and faking and they pop you,
You deserve to
you
get popped. That's what I was
deserve to get popped. So it shouldn't
Take
be,
them out, and
Right.
take them out, you know?
it shouldn't be no problem. But, oh no, your boy, he slid too late.
Yeah. Oh, you think Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, it's too late,
You
man.
think so? I thought he was down. I thought he was down.
Yeah, too late.
And he threw that extra elbow in there. You could have just hit him, but he threw that extra with the brace like that. Yeah. I thought he was down in time for Zero to stop. No, that's what I thought.
I thought he slid a little bit.
And he's been penalized before, so I think they held that against him.
Yeah,
So
he got that Draymond Green shit.
yeah. I didn't do it. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we learn about, go to Dave Ryan and they fake like they don't slide and then keep on going. That's the thing they talking about making a penalty.
Yeah, that should be a penalty.
That should be a penalty.
No, you fake. I mean, you're a runner, right?
It's like very right shape, you know,
Right.
yeah, go ahead.
You're a runner, you're a runner. If you declare
I
yourself
don't
a
think
runner,
it's a penalty. I don't think
I
so.
don't think it should be a penalty. Yeah, you're a runner. Right.
But they're always
No,
going
it
to
should be
protect
no
the
penalty.
quarterback.
But now they're trying to say, because a lot of the defensive players are saying that, all the rules are going to the offensive.
They are.
You might as well put flags on the quarterback. though.
Yeah.
You might as well put some flags on the quarterback.
What's it for you?
Right.
Go ahead.
Should you get NIL in high school?
What I hear is that they're already getting it from the agents.
Yeah.
So if you look at 6 of the top 10 players in the country are in California. You get the kid at Sherman Oaks, #1 player, Elijah Reynes, Taj Ariza, Brandon Boston, Christian Collins, and Jason Crow. 6 of the top juniors in the country. And the word is that the agents are already giving them money. Taj Ariza already signed with Clutch. So I'm sure they're getting money. It's just not called NIL. Right now, the agents, like they used to do, loan them money until they get the NIL money. So I think the top players, they're getting money. The top players, so they should.
Girl in Ontario just signed a deal with Adidas.
Yeah, they should get it. If you're a top player, you should get it. They've been getting it for 30, 40 years anyway. Just make it legal.
Right, it wasn't gone.
Yeah, because in the 90s, what they would do is just give you a whole lot of product, like Shea Cotton and a little money under the table. Yeah, they should get NIL.
Had a handshakes.
Yeah, they should get it. I agree. If you're a top player.
Trevor used to get money.
I'm glad we don't have a podcast. You drown out all that noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
I'm told I'm getting.
I'm for NIL.
Yeah. Man, get your money,
The
man.
kid going to Michigan got 10.5 million.
Yeah.
So the quarterback. Right, so yeah.
Yeah, it's been way too long, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Okay, man.
I think it's gonna have to be some type of
Regulation.
regulations gonna have to come in this because it's getting wild.
Yeah.
It's getting
That's why I
wild.
say that's
You know
when
what I'm saying?
Saban got out.
Yeah, that's why Saban left.
Yeah.
Because now this playing field ain't level no more.
Yeah.
I mean, they level the playing field.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
This is the thing, man. Of course, we absolutely. Most of them, we're not here. People started.
So I think it's definitely, in one regard, it's helping because players are getting money, but it's hurting because guys just leave right away. Schools with the most money get the best players.
Right.
So Alabama, Texas A&M, Alabama's not even in the top 3. Texas A&M, Ohio State are probably the top 3.
Right.
Alabama's 4 or 5 with Georgia. I think it's hurting because now guys are playing for money. You see, the old state coach said, "I don't want to talk to any more agents. We've already given you your money." What's happening is guys start playing better, and then they come in after the 4th game and ask for more money. Or they say, "Why is this guy getting more money? I'm starting over him." So it's definitely hurting. They have to regulate it. Right now, it's the Wild Wild West.
Right.
I feel it's certain college, it's not like you said, a lot of these kids, when they come in, they're not helping the program because I'm sitting next to my bad guy.
They're in the portal.
Portal. The portal is this week.
Yeah.
Good.
I think
I
they
would say
start
this on
regular.
because every year, they've always been giving out money, especially in the SEC.
Right.
Always been giving out money.
Right.
And now that vice really got out,
Right.
everybody can compete with him now. He can't compete with everybody. He can't get that system. You can leave Alabama and go over there and get a bag somewhere else.
Right.
That's the vice even got out.
So
Yeah, but I think it is it's helping and it's hurting. They need to regulate. They need to regulate. They need to say, this is your money by this date, this is
here's the
beginning.
thing. So
Every
the coach
position ought to get a certain amount of money.
and the coach got to re-recruit you.
But
But the coaches leave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to. I got players.
Because of that coach, and then that coach leave, and then they can't leave.
but that's a different story. That's not really related to NIL. Coaches
Right.
could always leave and the players are stuck with the school.
So
But let-
players go there for that coach.
It's always been that way.
Yeah.
A lot of players do that. A lot of players. But here's the thing I don't like about college. What it's doing is now nobody sticks around. If you go to a school and you don't start, you leave. Nobody battles
Right.
out. Nobody wants to stay and battle
Middle
for 2 or 3 years.
is gone.
Jackson Dart left.
Right.
The kid out of modern day. So I think college football is not the same. People just leave every year. I don't agree with it.
I understand where you're coming from because that's the traditional way
Okay.
college football always been. You know, the student plays for the team, he plays his heart out, the student makes all the money, the whole system makes all the money, and we still want it, to go that way. But it's about selling your commodity and whoever gonna pay you.
You're right.
If you good enough to get paid, that's the good old American way.
And we don't disagree with that, but they have to regulate.
Wayne just said, quarterbacks get so much money, wide receivers,
Yeah, they gonna-
yes, yes, you put a standard and scale to what your standards are.
Right.
If you're above this standard, yes, you get X amount of dollars.
Right.
But I don't care about these guys getting their money because they've been denied and
For years.
the system is made trillions off of their back.
Still making money.
And still making money.
Right.
And then we'll lock them down as soon as our first opportunity they get, they're gonna lock them down or something.
Right.
So get your money.
Get your money.
Hey, I ain't mad.
I'm not mad either, but they're gonna they're gonna have to put a scale.
Yeah.
If you put a scale, say, I'm a quarterback, you're a quarterback.
You gotta
This is the most money you get, 12 million.
To everything.
You know what I'm saying? 12 million. No matter if you go to Alabama, no matter if you go to Ohio State, no matter if you go to UNLV.
Yeah.
Then I think that'll slow some of that
But
stuff
it's
down.
never gonna be like that because you're never gonna have the Alabama quarterback get the same as the UNLV quarterback. That's never gonna happen.
That's why you got the number, you got standards. If you go on 30, if you got 30 touchdowns, and X amount of interceptions, you get X amount of dollars. You know what I'm saying?
They got to put something.
So if you get 30 touchdowns in San Jose State, you get the same if you get 30 touchdowns in Georgia.
Okay, well, like I say, there's levels to this. You know what I mean? You want to stay in at the same level. So, you know what I mean? But, you got somebody in Alabama only throw 19. You know what I'm saying? You put them up against this boy, he done threw 26 or 28. I mean, still, you throwing touchdowns.
Yeah, they're gonna have to regulate that. Yeah, because 19 touchdowns at Alabama is not the same as 26 at North Arizona.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah, okay. So that'd be a way. Figure that out. We'll talk about that maybe next week. You get some of the suggestions. We'll figure that out.
So when you have the rare cats come along, what category do you put them in?
Superstar cat.
Start that, get all the money you
In
can.
the NBA, they call it a max
No.
contract.
No, you get max. You get the max.
All right, we'll talk about this. We'll talk about this next week. That's good. Good.
Travis Hunter for the Heisman. Travis.
Oh yeah. Travis for the Heisman.
Yeah, he's locked in, right? Locked down. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we had that on there.
There's some people in here talking about why how you think he should get it.
Why should
Why should he?
Yeah.
They don't watch football.
3 touchdowns to interception.
Right. Put that out. All right.
All right, dog. Way to go, dog.
Way to go. Good job. Y'all hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Christmas coming up. Down to meet Atlanta Members Night. R&R Podcast. They got a lot of nice cigars downstairs and they got some new prices. Go check it out. Raul, the super producer, the owner. And we got something going here downtown Pomona. Mid Valley, come check us out.
Yes, sir.
Me out.
Everybody.